part of...
I think another fold.
I'm holding it up.
Lift it up a little bit more. Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
that's good.
There's a little gap here. Should we close that? Push it slowly. There we go. Do you want Twitter?
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
אז עכשיו זה לא עושה לי אפילו... Okay, when you have time. It doesn't vibrate. It doesn't vibrate now. I need to go back.
Is it working? Oh,
Yeah.
Comments are coming through. What's up, guys? Hope you can hear us. Where Avi's just sharing this around. We're coming to you live from...
Where are we?
Where are we?
We are in Druze. It's a small Druze village up north of Israel.
And we're with Khalifa.
Yeah, I made it twice so people would remember it. Make it easier on people.
Yeah, so we're just starting the stream, guys. We're just at a restaurant. We're going to explain a little bit about where we are soon, as well as a little bit about what we've done before this. And yeah, just you guys can actually watch us today. I'm going to flip to my camera. You can watch us eat food. So if you're watching from Melbourne, Australia, I don't know, it's about lunchtime there. You might, oh no, it's actually not lunchtime. It's dinner time. Sorry. You guys might start getting hungry watching us eating all this wonderful food here. So, Avi, you've done sharing, or you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Look, it's up to you guys to share it. I'm just doing the bare minimum.
Yeah, and we've got also a special guest here joining us again by popular demand. If I can switch to the camera there.
Oh, by popular demand.
By popular demand. Let me try to switch to the. There we go. This is the woman responsible for all the trouble that we have in Australia. She's not even looking now. It's Avi's mum.
He said, by popular demand, you're back on the show. And he said that this is the woman responsible for all the troubles that's happening in Australia.
A lot of people hold you responsible, Iman. You know, for Avi Yemeni, all the drama he's causing in Australia.
I gave birth to him. That's the problem.
You gave birth. It's a problem. A lot of people would agree with you.
Do you ever regret it?
God forbid. I love you, Avram Sholem. Bobom, Avi, whatever they call you.
Yeah. What does Bobom mean? Everyone's, whenever I'm in Israel now, everyone says
My
Bobom.
daughter Dvorah Leah, that the girl where we were at the Bar Mitzvah, she couldn't pronounce his
What?
name.
I thought it was Chaim.
Called him.
I was always
Chaim?
told it was Chaim that couldn't
I think
pronounce.
Dvorah Leah.
Someone couldn't pronounce my name.
1 second, Dvorah Leah younger than you? That was
Rolay is older than me.
older than you. Yes. I think it's Dvorah Leah. I don't know if you mix it.
Someone.
She couldn't pronounce his name properly, Avraham Shalom.
Yeah.
Too long for her. She said, Babam, Babam. So we called him Babam.
That's the Bobom Yemeni.
Yemeni is not his name.
I actually like Bob.
Yemeni's not his name.
His name is Wax.
What?
Avram Sholem Wax.
And what camera are
He
you on?
changed it.
Both.
What's your maiden name?
Yemeni.
Okay, so
He took that.
He took his mother's name.
because I'm bonded to you.
I think he loves me.
That was what that was about.
Earlier she was saying how a big fan she is for your work, and I said
My mother's a radical.
that her hands need to be kissed for raising such a kid like yourself. Being
I think he raised himself. Hey, Avram Shalom.
I raised definitely my teenagers years.
חברים, זה ג'אדרה.
Oh,
זה הדסים וגולגול זה בצד.
All right, let's get this food on camera.
guys, show what this
זה
is.
עלי גפן עם אורז. וזה עלי כרוב עם אורז.
okay.
תיאבון.
So first introduce who you are for the viewers that don't know who are we sitting with today and where are we?
Okay, so first of all, the first thing that you should know about the Jews, we make the best food.
And the
in
word
world.
is Druze, D-R-U-Z-E. I know a lot of people in Australia got really confused when they heard the Druze a couple of times and they were confusing that with Jews, Druze, whilst we share similar enemies to our existence, it's a completely different people. They have their own religion that stems originally from Islam, but it's its own religion.
Right.
That's based in, there's Israel, Syria, and Lebanon, and now around the world. In Australia, we have a large Druze community, but
Right.
go on.
So, my name is Khalifa. I'm born and raised in Israel in a small village next to Haifa called Daliat el Carmel. And in the past few years, I've become a YouTuber and a Druze influencer trying to draw attention to what's happening to the Druze community. That, in my opinion, which we've seen as we saw on the tour today, is under a real threat of extinction, under the extreme ideologies of the Islamists, of all the people that, like you said, the enemies of the Jewish state. And this explains why, although we are native Arabs, we are such a good friends with Israel and the Israelis, so much so that Druze, among all sections of the Israeli groups, have the highest rates of volunteering to the IDF, especially to the combat units. Myself, I used to be in the special forces. I still do reserves, and I'm no exception. Like it has the Druze community have 86% of volunteering to a combat unit.
Yep, I served with a bunch.
Really?
Do you want to know a funny story? And I can't actually tell you which village it was, but I was in one of my periods in the army. I had a Druze classmate, and he took me to one Shabbat we got out to his, because you're a Chayil Boded, so people
Yeah.
live
Where
by.
do you was?
And I went in the bathroom, in the bathroom.
outside.
And he took me to his house, and
זה קציצות
for
חברים.
the Shabbat.
זה אירוע מחבת מאוד חם.
And from that point on, his mother would always, when she would pack the za'atar bread for him to take on Monday, she would make one for Avia Australia.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So she used to pack me food. Like, super hospitable people. Like, I think Arabs generally, like the Arabic culture is so hospitable, unless they're ones that want to kill you. But until that point, they're just a hospitable. Like my family's Yemen. It's the same thing, like food and family and time together.
Especially the Druze, they're like we take a lot of pride in our hospitality, and it's one of the key aspects of our way of conducting our lives. And the key is very, very simple. This is why we coexist with the Jewish people so good, because you respect us being different from you. You will have absolutely 100% security and love and appreciation. Just let us be who we are.
Yeah.
And the only place in the whole world where Druze can be who they are without being guilty or in any charge, it's in Israel.
אני רוצה לצלם את ה...
Oh, it's amazing. וגם נרצה שאת תסביר, maybe tell us what it. Yeah, and you translate. Hold on, I'll put a mic. Oh, wait.
Wait for mom to come?
She's got her mic on.
אני אחכה לה לבוא.
Maybe.
אתה רוצה שאני אחכה לה לבוא?
Yeah. Oh, she was just washing her hands. I think.
She's washing her hands, yeah?
Oh, there you are. Because you've got the microphone on you.
So
Give me
you're
this.
Australian as well?
Yeah, I've been in Australia pretty much all my
Tell us
life,
what we've got.
but my parents, my family background, the heritage is Sri Lankan.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah,
Oh,
very
now
Sri
Kring's going down.
Yeah.
There. They just
I just put this
occupied
on
the
you.
parliament.
Oh, that was a few years ago.
טוב.
That was that's Nepal you're thinking.
Nepal, all right,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Nepal is
تعالي.
just happening now, and I think they
لا،
overthrew their
كيف دقد
communist
صدق قد
government.
يصورونا
Right.
But Sri Lanka, that happened about 2 years ago now. Similar thing happened. Not as
دقد
not as
يصوروني
extreme
شو
in the
انا
sense of the
أقعد.
kind
يا
of
حتى
violence
لها.
that you saw in Nepal. In Nepal, they were like, flogging the politicians on the street and doing all sorts of stuff to the leaders.
اه
I have a brother called Sari,
Yeah.
and
I
now everybody, like in Israel, it's a thing. Everybody is traveling to Sri Lanka and coming back, telling how good the waves are there, and
Yeah,
how
yeah.
beautiful.
Lot of Israelis
come and
travel
tell
to
us.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Definitely.
where's my mother gone?
لا تعكني
My
Mum's
mum
gone?
left.
هذا جابت
She's telling us how
ترقصتي
proud she is, and then she just walk about.
She went to wash her hands. Was she washing her hands?
It wasn't that dirty.
It was a bit funny because she asked, where can I wash my hands?
ברגע
And
שהיא תגיע
She,
או עכשיו
let me check if she's coming.
Yeah. But yeah, so guys, we're just, if you're joining into the live, we're just kind of setting up
coming?
still,
She
we're getting
wants
the
to
food
explain to
here.
us what,
We're going to have a
uh,
discussion with the people in the restaurant and about the food and what's happening with the Druze here, about the culture. It's a different kind of, segment. We've been doing a lot of these, haven't we, Avi?
Yeah.
It hasn't just been fully political.
Also the
Everything's political in a way in Israel.
It is.
There's a lot of politics in everything in Israel. But we're also doing the culture and the cuisine.
Here we've got the boss here to tell us
טוב,
exactly
חברים.
what's happening here.
אז שלום לכם, קודם כל, המסעדה קוראים לה מסעדת נור, על שם בנה של בעלת המסעדה. בעלת המסעדה קוראים לה בסמה.
Okay, so let me just translate because the name of the restaurant is a Noor named after the son of Basma, the owner of the restaurant.
כן, היא קראה
We'll get
לו
her
נור
standing
כי
here
זה
in
אור
the middle of
לחיים
you guys.
שלה.
Have her here.
Yeah.
Can you, את יכולה לבוא פה?
כן.
Thank you.
So she called him Noor, which is light because he is a light of her life.
כן. בסמה אלמנת צה"ל. בעלה מורסל היה במילואים שקרא התקרית איתו.
So she's a widow. Her husband died in service in the IDF. He was in the reserves in the Miluim.
אוניית צמח, 13 שנים, קוראים לו מורסל, זכרונו לברכה.
Okay, so he got injured and became basically a vegetable for like 12 years. 12 or 13 years?
13 שנים.
13 years.
כן, היא הייתה בהיריון מתקדם עם בנה נור.
So she was, when this happened, she was pregnant with her elder son, Noor.
אז נור לא הכיר את אבא שלו. היא 4 חודשים אחרי התקרית נולד לה נור, והיא קראה לו נור, שזה אור לחיים שלה.
So 4 months after his injury, Noor was given birth and she called him Noor.
When was this?
I guess it was 2002 according to the picture over there.
Yeah.
And how he got injured? איך הוא נפצע?
הוא נפצע, הג'יפ שלהם היה בסיור ג'יפים. הג'יפ הראשון עבר, הג'יפ השני עלה על מטען צד, והוא קיבל רסיס שנכנס לו מהעין והתיישב לו על המוח. הוא קם והשיב באש לעבר המחבלים, ואחרי כמה דקות עלה למטוס, ואז התמוטט ונהיה צמח.
Oh my God. So he was in a patrol, he was in a second jeep, and he basically went on a
Improvised.
No, his jeep stepped on a landmine.
Landmine.
And he got a shell going inside of his eye, and it sat on his nervous system, but not like he didn't collapse. He returned fire to the place where they'd been ambushed, and went on the helicopter while they evacuated him. He just went asleep.
ואחרי שבעלה נפצע ומת, צץ סכסוך עם משפחתו של כאילו בעלה, בגלל הילד ומי שכאילו חייב להיות האחראי על זה ואפוטרופוס, והיא מחוסרת דיור, היא עדיין אצל אימא. כן, אין לה דיור, כאילו מהסכסוך שכאילו קרה.
Basically, there was a dispute between the mother, Basma, and the family of her husband over the custody on the child.
Yeah.
And until today, she's basically homeless. She's living with her mother, and
היא עדיין שם.
and she's still there.
היא עדיין אצל אימא, היא והבן שלה.
So they took her out from her own house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
20
ואחרי זה...
20... She's 22 now, she's a...
הבן שלה כמה?
23 years.
23 years old now.
23 years.
אז היא מבוגרת כבר.
כן, היא בת 45, בסמה.
כן.
בסמה בת 45. עכשיו, היא החליטה לפתוח בית קפה לפני 10 שנים. פתחה בית קפה אצלנו בכפר, זה היה קטן, והיא אמרה, היא רוצה לחשוב מעבר לקופסה, כי זה לא כאילו הדרך שלה, ואז פתחה פה לפני 3 שנים. אנחנו פה במסעדה הזאת, החליטה כאילו אוכל וזה, ולפני שנה וחצי, היה לנו אז חג סוכות, ב7 לאוקטובר, והיה לנו הרבה סחורה, כמו כל האנשים עמדנו, לא עשינו כלום, היה לה הרבה סחורה, זה כאילו העניין של הכשרות, למה היא הפכה את זה לכשר. היא התקשרה למפקד של כאילו היחידה 300, יחידה של כאילו בעלה, זיכרונו לברכה, ואמרה להם אני רוצה לעשות אוכל לחיילים בתרומה ממני, והוא עף על זה, אמר לה אנחנו רוצים 400 מנות. כן, אנחנו פה מארחים עד זה כאילו הטופ.
Okay, so the interesting part is that once October 7 happened, all the work here stopped, and she didn't used to be kosher. At first she opened a cafe for a couple of years, and then she decided to open a restaurant. Then October 7 came, and she had a lot of merchant like things that she had in the kitchen. So she called her husband's unit commander and said that she wanted to cook for the soldiers, and he got excited and asked for 400
כן. היא לא נתנה להם להרגיש, לקחה את האוכל, חברות, קרובות, גלגלו עלי גפן, האוכל שלנו, והיא לקחה את כל הציוד, כל האוכל ליחידה, וכאילו לקחה להם את האוכל לשם, אכלו, עפו על זה אמת, אבל יש כמה חיילים שלא אכלו, ואז היא שאלה, גישישה, למה זה, למה ככה, אולי לא טועים להם וזה, ואז היא ידעה שהם שומרי כשרות. שומרי כשרות, בדרך חזרה היא והבן שלה אמרה לו 2 החלטות. החלטה ראשונה שאנחנו ממשיכים לבשל לחיילים בתרומה, החלטה שנייה, אני הופכת את המסעדה לכשר. היה לה בעיה עם הכשר וזה, כי אף אחד לא נענה לבקשה שלה, כי יש מלחמה, מטה אשר, כל אזור הצפון. ואז הגיע דרך חבר משותף למשרדו של אורי מקלד, והוא עזר לה בכשרות, בגלל זה אנחנו עם רבנות של אור עקיבא. מדהים. ואנחנו ממשיכים איתם.
Okay. So basically, although it's a small restaurant, that it's not prepared to give so many meals to...
It's not equipped for it, yeah.
Equipped for hundreds of meals for the soldiers. She did it. She asked her friends and family. They all came and did the food, and then went to the unit and gave the food. Everybody was happy, but few soldiers didn't eat the food. So she thought there's maybe
Something wrong.
and they told her that they keep kashrut and the food is not kosher. So she said in the way back, she said to her son, I have two decisions. First,
Not decision, hachlatot is not decision. You make a hachlata. You
made
make
my mind for
a commitment, not like a commitment. I forgot the word that you use. A decision. No, we do a hachlata. We do it on your birthday.
She decided
On New Year's, you do. What do? When everybody says they're going to go to the gym.
Resolution.
A resolution. Yeah. A resolution.
New Year's resolution.
New Year's resolution. So it's a resolution.
Okay, so two resolutions. The first is that she's gonna keep doing that, meaning that she's gonna feeding soldiers, and the second one, she must have kosher kitchen. And
so people understand at home, this is a Druze area. This is not a Jewish area. They're their own religion.
Exactly, and it's not for the local people here. And to do a kashrut, you need to have extra worker, which is the mashgiach, and you need to buy certain things, and you need a lot of, it's not easy to make a mitbach kasher, a kitchen that is prepared for Jewish people, but she did it because it was very important.
Yeah.
Do you have,
כן, כן. יש לנו אירועים דרוזים, אבל יותר אנחנו רואים את הקהל היהודי, את הקהל הדתי, יש הרבה דתיים, יש המון אנשים שהגיעו ספציפית לפה. אנחנו שנה לא בישלנו כאילו במסעדה רק לחיילים. 400 מנות הפכו ל1,000 מנות שבועיות. ויש לה כאילו ארגון שקוראים לו GNF מארצות הברית, שהם מגיעים מתנדבים. פה הופכים את המסעדה, כמעט שנה הפכנו את המסעדה, ואנחנו עדיין מארחים אותם. הפכנו את המסעדה לחמ"ל כזה, שאנחנו מכינים את כל האוכל, את כל המנות. עוד הפעם זה 1,000 מנות שבועיות היה יוצא לנו. הכל, כל התבשילים, אנשים עוזרים, המון אנשים באמת. ושנה לא קיבלה לקוח, בגלל הכשר, הם לא הכשירו פה, הכשירו רק את המטבח, על מנת שנוכל להוציא אוכל לחיילים. ואחרי השנה, אז הפכנו את המקום לכשר.
So it took her 2 years to get actually the kosher certification. The first year was only the kitchen to be able to serve the soldiers specifically, and then after that they finally got the restaurant kosher, and now lots of Jews come to visit this. But I think this is the perfect example of coexisting in Israel. That's the real Israel. This is the Israel you won't see on ABC or in the mainstream media in Australia. It is, ethnically Arab people who are of a different faith, who love the country that much that they serve, they volunteer in the IDF, and then beyond that they go and they spend their business, they commit to giving back to the country. And that's just like the beautiful thing that gets missed. Imagine you copy and paste that around this very dangerous neighborhood in the Middle East.
This is exactly what I'm trying to do. That's exactly it. It works so perfectly here, and we have so many Druze minorities all over the place. This is why I told you earlier when we did the tour that I was amazed once I start talking to to Syrian Druze people, how Zionist they are, because they see we lead by example. They see how much respect do we have. We get here, and how much love, because some things you can't fake them, and we really appreciate and love our Jewish friend. I've been to the army. My best friends today are Jewish people. I could put my life in their hands, and I will absolutely have no doubt about that, and it goes back ways.
Yeah.
So once people here, because I'm one of the fewest channels that actually spoke on what's happening with the Druze community. So when the events started taking place in last April, I ask my followers, now, please, this is the time to help our Druze friends, so please call parliament friends, officers, anybody. And people reached out to everybody because it was very important for them, although they never saw or spoke to Syrian Druze.
Druze in Syria. It was a foreign. In fact, there's probably a level of fear in there. Like, who are they?
It's love by proxy.
Guys, we've got a full. I think it was over an hour. How long was that?
That interview that we did.
Yeah.
I think it was about an hour and 40 minutes.
An hour and 40 minutes delving into the Druze plight in Sweden, in Syria, and broadly.
Yeah.
Like an intense story and a reality that I think deserves much more airtime than it ever gets.
Yeah.
So we'll bring that to you. We didn't live stream it, but we're gonna have it produced
and we also met the privilege of meeting the religious leader.
We met the top religious Druze leader. Like we didn't even realize at the time. Like the top dog.
He's such a beautiful and modest man.
He was nice.
He came and asked about the air conditioner and things like that. And he's such a beautiful man, and he's leading the whole thing on his bare shoulders, and one could be only thankful to have such a leadership and such people taking care of our community. Very small community, yet has a lot of effect due to the relationship, the open and the sincere relationship and love between the Druze and the Jews, because we accept each other and accept our differences and really try to adapt.
Bond over food.
Exactly.
So now talking about the food, this is the important bit. This is what I really came here for. What have we got?
טוב חברים, אז אני אסביר לכם. קודם כל, זה הטבולה.
טבולה.
סלט שכולם מחכים לו. זה בורגול יותר הולך על הירוק.
Everyone knows tabbouleh. My wife makes very good tabbouleh, but you have this is pomegranate on the tabbouleh.
הרימונים.
Yeah, that's different. Is that a Druze thing, or is that just...
Everybody has their own interpretation.
Okay.
In the season we used to have...
כן, וזה העלה כרוב ממולאים, קוראים לזה בערבית מלפוף.
Stuffed cabbage, what's inside?
אורז.
Orez, rice.
Yeah. זה עלה גפן, גם עם אורז.
Vine leaves, that's vine leaves, as my kids love that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
זה מג'דרה, עדסים בורגול ובצל.
She's gonna ask something because the Jewish people do mjadara with rice, and we do it only with burgul.
So what's in it?
There is no meat inside.
No meat.
No meeting, no.
Nothing is meat here.
No, this is meat.
Yes.
Chicken.
And this, זה מבילוי בשר, סמבוסק וקובה, קוראים לזה.
קובה.
נכון, וזה סיגר עוף, זה גם צ'יקן. זה קציצות.
Oh yeah, they look good.
זה הכובטה שלה, קציצות זה מאוד טעים. וזה מחמר עוף, זה קדרה של בצל עם פלפל וחתיכות עוף.
So that's chicken. All right.
וזה פתאיר תרד קוראים
looks
לזה.
like אזני המן.
זה תרד, את יכולה לאכול את זה. זה לא בשר. כן. ואת הסלטים תוצרת כאילו הבית. בסדר, חברים, הכל בסדר?
Emma, you're such a busy
תודה לכם.
woman. What do you have in
כיוון.
בכיף,
כיף.
תודה רבה.
אז את זה אני אתן לך.
תודה.
Thank you.
בבקשה.
Let's mic up my mum because she's. We want to see what she's so busy about.
משהו מיוחד או שנדבר תחתנו?
So guys, yeah, the food looks good. So if you're watching in Australia, it's dinner time. Hope you've had dinner. We are going to eat some of this food.
Stand up.
I've actually been enjoying all the Israeli foods. Avi's just been getting me whatever I've just been eating.
Stand up a second because I dropped the magnet.
I don't even know what I'm eating half the time, but it's all tasted very good.
I went down your shirt, so just let it. Yeah, to let it fall out. I tried to put the magnet on her.
We're just setting up some audio.
I just thought people want to hear my mother. We lost the magnet.
All right, so you guys can do super chats. We'll try to read some of the comments as well.
Let me go.
Oh, there's more food coming. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I thought we were done, but no.
זה
Guys, we might not-
מולאים, זה קישוב וחציל ממולאים אורז, וזה המסף
zucchini and
זה
eggplant
מנסף
stuff.
טלה.
Oh,
Wow.
that's mansaf, which is rice with lamb,
וזה מנסף עוף.
and one
You
with
find
chicken.
that? Yeah, just put it
תודה רבה.
there. All right.
I
Let's
reckon
eat.
put your mics a little bit
אני
higher.
אחטוף את זה.
A little bit higher.
Both of you, yeah, sorry.
People saying they can't hear it.
Feedback.
תגידי
No.
לי, החומוס אתם עושים את זה מסקאץ' מההתחלה או שאתם קונים?
אני לא יודעת, אבל אנחנו
Peace.
עושים את זה פה.
Just a bit. Here, you want to have a bit of picture?
Yeah.
אני מצלמת אתכם תמונה ככה.
This.
אתכם, 1, 2, 3. תודה.
Thank you.
תיאבון.
בואי, תקחי גם לי תמונה.
יאללה.
גם אני
I just
צריכה
want to taste the
מסגרת.
hummus.
All right, Avi. So, oh, another photo.
everyone, look,
This is for my mum.
1,
2, 3. בבקשה.
תודה רבה לך.
בכיף.
All right. There is so much food.
I told him it's for the 10 people, 50.
Emma, you can eat all the salads and you can't eat the meat. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't want.
I'll get some later, yeah.
אני גונבת לך עוד אחד.
So you got to judge a culture by its food. That's why I like the Indians.
I think Sri Lankan food, you can't beat Sri Lankan
Sri
food.
Lankan chicken's pretty good.
Sri Lankan chicken. That's Avi's favorite dish is the Sri Lankan chicken. He goes on about it. That's his introduction to Sri Lankan food, I think, is the Sri Lankan chicken. So
It's their best dish.
He's never stopped talking about the Sri Lankan chicken.
It makes up for the dodgy Sri Lankans.
So, how did you end up in Australia, among all places?
My mother.
Your father, he's Australian.
You're the one that went with him.
But you're living here.
I was born here. And I was 17 years here.
Where?
And for summer,
For Sabah.
exactly where I live today. And I was in America for a year, and after that came back. Again, I went, and I met my husband. He came from Australia, and
I'm just
I
trying to
came
get your mum on the
from
shot.
Israel. If you heard, I don't know, if Lubavitcher, he went to university, Princeton University.
Is that what you're talking about?
Arabic, כן.
Arabi Chabad, של חב"ד?
הרבי של חב"ד, אוקיי,
זה שם נפגשנו, כי זה ידוע שכולם באים מכל העולם.
So you lived in Australia?
Yeah, for 37 years. מה כולם רוצים?
Ah, nice. What is that one?
זה לימונדה.
Lemon juice.
Lemonade.
Thank you.
Oh.
היי,
I'm very happy now.
כתיבה בחתימה טובה.
She had 8 kids in Australia.
אמן.
This is all the Yemenites, this is how they talk. They just call each other to bless each other.
תודה. אתה
So is this, Avi, is this similar to
אני
Yemenite food or
התכוונתי
something
לדבר,
different?
אבל היום אני
Completely
בנצרת עם
Yeah.
חברים.
This is more like your,
אז אני אדבר
this is much
איתך.
more similar to
עוד אני
Lebanese
אתצל.
food.
כל טוב, בשורות טובות.
My stepkids are Lebanese and they love
גם לכם, כל
the
טוב.
vine
ביי
leaves.
ביי.
And my wife loves the vine leaves. Babe, if you're watching, is this camera on?
It's on, yeah.
This is what Rhonda loves. These. You can probably have them. It's
Yeah,
the
I
best
don't like them.
Oh, you don't like the
I know
vine?
them. It's too rough.
Rhonda and the kids and Cruz and that, they love it.
It's too rough for me. Don't know. What?
You guys have dirty, Emma.
אני צוברת.
Can't take you anywhere, Emma.
So, Kafir, how's the community been since
Yeah.
we've seen over the last couple of months? How is the community holding up?
התלכלכתי. זה ירד השנה הזאת.
You know, when you go through something so extreme, it's so hard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for those people that don't know, there's a lot of audience here that might not know exactly what happened, and we don't need to go into too much detail. but just
I watched the full report.
Yeah, well, I haven't slept for like 2 weeks. Constant callings and messages and WhatsApp from people that I never spoke with. People send me these this horrific pictures and videos that came out from what's happening. And the thing is, what was really frustrating that nobody spoke about it. Nobody. You had such a bad thing happening and nobody is talking about it.
So talking about the massacre of Druze people in in Syria.
In Sweden, right? You said it right.
well, even in the comments right now, because we have a diverse audience, there's people that kind of dismiss what happened to the Druze during that time, what is continuing to happen. This is not something that's happened in the past, it's continuing to happen. There's people that dismiss it. They'll say it's an Israeli conspiracy, that it's somehow trying to make people sympathetic to the Israelis and what's happening with Palestine at the moment. How do you reconcile that as someone who's from the community and sees the real impact of it on your brothers and sisters?
There's a media obsession of on Israel, what Israel does, and it's a topic that everybody agrees, let's get down on Israel and then we'll start to figure out the stories. But the thing is, it has nothing to do with Israel. Israel is a sideshow on what's happening. What's happening is you have a person that has ISIS roots that was sent there by the ISIS leader to establish an Islamist caliphate.
You mean Jalani?
Jalani. In Syria, and somehow he succeeded. And now he's trying, he wrote a constitution, and this constitution basically says convert or die. And the Druze, because they have this pride of who they are, and since you can't convert to become Druze, so they're not trying to convince, like our religion is secret. Even me, that I'm not a religious person, I can't read the books, the holy books, and our interpretations for things. And that by itself is so insulting that it's a death penalty. People came out to Sweden to slaughter everybody in the Druze, and it stopped only because Israel intervened. Like, a lot of people say, hey, Israel did that, Israel did that. But no matter how power does Israel have or influence, like in any shape or way, like I love Israel, but Israel will not ever convince me that I need to slaughter a small baby, And this is the kind of things that our Druze community was dealing with, because thousands of people died, a lot of them got abducted, rapes, all kind of things that is beyond imagination how terrible they are. And it was made...
And they videoed it.
What?
And they videoed it, like October 7th.
זה לא בשר.
זה עם בשר.
וואו, אוקיי.
כן, זה עם עוף.
But even despite that,
שים לי את כף, רק כף.
even despite that video evidence, of which they filmed themselves,
תודה, נראה.
some people deny it. Obviously, the footage that we saw a lot of was the beards being shaved off. Can you explain what the significance of them doing that to you as Druze are?
So they, just to put things in order, they shaved the mustache. So basically the Druze, even the sign of the Druze is people with mustaches. So for those Islamists, it goes differently, because Druze people in Syria, they will say, hey, we are a different sect from the Islam world, as historically we came out from Islam. So they will try to camouflage or the differences between them and the common Muslims. So those people will come and say, okay, so you're Muslim, let me shave your mustache, which is, according to the Druze people, all your dignity is in your mustache, because once people see you, they see a man. So we take a lot of pride in the mustache, and they came to humiliate them and say, there's basically
So it's actually the mustache, because the Muslims themselves cut it, they shave the mustache.
Exactly. The Salafists say that you will need to shave the mustache and keep the beard, and this is what they are were trying to do. Convert or die. That's the whole premise.
That famous, I saw you have photos of that famous video, the man in the famous video where they shaved his beard. What happened to him at the end?
The one that we saw earlier.
So on the walls there you have all the photos. I recognize him from the videos that were going
It was like
around.
an elderly man with a white
Yeah,
beard.
yeah. Well, so his mustache was shaved, and he's still alive. We thought he went missing for a couple of weeks, and then we found him. He's not dead. And the thing is,
They said that he was dead.
well, sorry.
They said that he was, yeah, because
Yeah.
he went missing.
Yeah, so he went missing. We thought that he's dead, but the thing is, even women that been abducted and they filmed it because they came with clear orders not to film anybody, but they couldn't resist it. You know, what is the what is good terror if you cannot terrorize
Show off.
other people?
Unbelievable.
So the people that got filmed and it hit national news, they survived. But the people that nobody heard about them, they all got exterminated.
Very, very.
There was that pretty
sad
shocking
story.
video where they had the entire family.
Oh yeah, like I think it was cousins and brothers, including also it doesn't matter, including also an American citizen that were executed in the public square in
There's
Syria.
tons of those documented evidence of, you know, the first people to jump from the third floor and they shoot
Oh yes, so
him.
that was a doctor and an engineer.
Yeah.
Two
I
engineers
saw
and one
it.
doctor.
I saw it.
They're
Yeah.
two sons, and we heard from the meeting we had
You know,
before
I-
that the parents were downstairs
Yeah.
at the bottom watching,
Yeah.
and they made it do it. They made them jump off the building to their deaths, shooting them
Shooting them
while their parents were at the bottom floor looking up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they are very creative in trying to spread terror. You know, there's a part of me that is Druze, and I feel deeply connected to what's happening and for their pain. I feel for them. And a part of me is a journalist, and I need to, report what's happening. And there was a video of a lady filming in the hospital, and she's terrified. She's saying the general security is here. They are with their tanks and their forces. We are here, a lot of sick and wounded and elderly people, and we are terrified. And a few hours later, you saw the pictures of the body in the hospital, more than 200 bodies in the hospital place. They came and just killed everybody. You see packs of bodies. The people that I saw a couple of hours earlier, like afraid and sitting in the hallways, are now everybody is dead in this bloodbath. I mean, it really broke my heart, knowing that there's nowhere to escape this thing. And the only thing or place that they seek or try to seek help, it was Israel, which eventually stepped in, despite what United States told them, that do not intervene. But they love us so much, like the Israeli state love its Druze citizens. And once she saw how bad do we feel once, we broke the borders and tried to go.
Yeah, so
and
we
help.
saw that footage of at the border, there's IDF there, and then the Druze people were there.
Yeah.
Were they being helped across the border, or was there just
There was a bit of conflict for a period, wasn't
They're
there,
standing
where
back,
they were
yeah.
trying to stop people.
Well, what happened is basically things started escalating, and we saw the convoys of, tanks, heavy guns, heavy machines.
From here or from on that side?
In Syria.
From the tribes going towards
Right.
an army.
It's not the tribes. That's the thing. It was the tribes with the officials,
With the army.
with the army.
We saw they were wearing the army uniforms with ISIS patches.
With ISIS patches, and this is the thing. They disrespect the West so much that they don't even try to hide it. They know, Giuliani knows that what to speak in English and how it will sound and where, and this is why it works for them so good, because because of the politics, people are trying to get rid of the Syrians in Germany, so they will believe anything that you will sell them. So we've seen this, taking shape, and we try to raise alarms and try to see how we can help the Druze community. And Israel really tried not to intervene until there were tanks inside the Sweda city, and we start seeing the images. And once we, the Druze people, saw how bad the situation is, we said, okay, we're gonna go and fight and try to help them with any means that we have. So a lot of civilian people, citizens like myself, went to the border. I didn't do that myself, I was reporting, but a lot of people, the sheikh that we saw earlier.
Did you go into Syria?
No, I didn't go, but the sheikh.
The sheikh went?
No, he asked. He said, okay, it's only us now. Israel is not helping. Let's go and try to see how we can help in any shape, way, or form. So people breached the border, tried to go there, and then and only then Israel intervened. She bombed the heavy machinery, and that by itself somehow helped the Druze to take control back to the situation. They needed to clear there was tens of thousands of jihadists in the province in general, and until today we have 40 villages, almost 40 villages under their own control. They just sat in. So this is why, although it was 2.5 months ago, 2 months and a couple of days ago, we still don't have a clear picture of the magnitude of this event, because bodies are still piling, and we still didn't reach to all the places where people were killed.
Wow.
Yeah, and everybody at first say, it's Israel, let's blame Israel, and then think of the facts. Everything is Israel.
Listen, you don't have to be surprised. Like, that one's not even that far-fetched. When they're able to twist a way to blame Israel for killing Charlie Kirk, I don't think it's that hard to blame Israel for daring to intervene with the Druze in Syria.
Happen?
Yeah.
Did that happen on Charlie Kirk?
Many of the same people who say that Israel is concocting the Druze plight for their own benefit because they want to expand the land. They are the same people that say Israel also killed Charlie Kirk. But the Druze in Syria, I'm sure they're not a monolith. I'm sure they all have different political opinions, especially because they came from an era where they were protected under the Assad regime, whilst Assad was no friend of Israel. And I know that Netanyahu kind of takes credit, which is sort of true, not in a direct way. It's often taken out of context when he says, Israel is to a large degree responsible for the Assad fall, not because they did anything really directly to Assad, but was knocking out Hezbollah, and that was his kind of guerrilla force. And Hezbollah ended up, you saw, running away from Syria with their, their tails tucked between their legs, which paved the way for this other terrorist group to kind of come in and do what they want. So the people in the Druze in Syria, are they angry with Israel about taking out
that's
Hezbollah?
No. Well,
it would be confusing.
Well, first of all, let's speak about Syria. Syria is a Mad Max country. So your political force is based on the clan that you are under, where the religion, the ideology. So you had Shia and Sunni both fighting for homogeneity over Syria. And what they have in common, that they both somehow harmed the Druze in the 14 years of the civil wars happening over there. There's a small story in the middle of all this, that in August 23, 2 months before October 7, the Druze community started holding massive demonstrations against Bashar al-Assad regime.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know about this.
So it went for 2 years and became louder.
What was it about?
And bigger.
What was their gripe?
Well, the thing is, first of all, on the early days of the civil war, the Druze, because they are minorities and they don't have spare blood to shed, they said, okay, this doesn't make any sense for us, because Syrian hands are killing Syrian people, and we will not participate in that. And due to the geography of the place that they are living in, they live in this massive volcano, which is very large. But because it's surrounded in all Sunni tribes and Bedouins and things like that.
So they sided with Bashar al-Assad, they would have...
No, the thing is, it is more of an island. People from Australia will feel it, that they always are dependent on the regime, because they can't get any supplies, anything. They are surrounded. They're under a siege. So at the eve of the collapse of Bashar al-Assad regime, you had more than 70,000 arrest warrants against Druze who fled their army service, because nobody was willing to participate in this army, but they were in this open air prison because they can't go anywhere. And by the day, they became poorer, and the situation was very bad, because also Iran wanted to weaken the Druze, because they perceived them as, proxy, Israeli proxy. Everybody tries to think of the Druze, because us, the Druze in Israel, that we are such a friends with the state of Israel, that every Druze is an Israel, a spy, and it could be used against you in any time and at any moment. For example, I have a friend who fled in 1989 from Sweden. He went to UAE, a modest Sunni country, lived there as an accountant for 35 years, hiding his Druze identity, and once they discovered that, they came to him, fired them, and told them, we don't want Mossad agents here, and just go back from where you came. And he had to move to Canada after 35 years in UAE, a man who doesn't speak English.
All right, at least he moved to another Arabic land.
Yeah, yeah. It's
The Canadian Caliphate.
The Canadian
Caliphate.
That's a good one.
This food was amazing. I just don't understand why she bought so much out. What does she think?
לא מבינה, למה?
I am
I
struggling.
know Rukshan looks like he could eat a fair bit,
I'm
but
trying.
אמרתי לך, עוד 20 איש יכולים
We gotta eat more.
I'm stuffed.
Even if we take time. Even the audience is like, I don't know if they're gonna finish all that food.
There is no way I'm going to finish this food. It's really good though.
It's so yummy.
When you come to visit Israel, come up to the north. What's this town?
It's Julius.
Julius. Julius. You put it on your Waze or Google Maps if your Waze doesn't work, because Rukshan's bought this dodgy second
This is very nice.
fake Android
Nice.
phone,
Yes.
and his Waze doesn't work. So you've got to use Google Apps. But you do Julius and then come to Noor. It is
Noor.
really good. It's yum. But I feel like it looks like we didn't eat any.
No, we gotta eat more. It doesn't look good. We have
It's
to.
like
Oh, that
Shabbat.
chicken's really good. Did you try that
I
chicken?
have a piece of chicken. It's
That
really-
chicken, did you eat the
Spicy
chicken?
as
You have to
well.
eat the
You
chicken.
don't
The
need
chicken's
pita. Pita live.
Yeah,
Don't eat the
don't-
pita.
That's what's gonna fill you up.
You gave me the pita to begin with.
I had a tiny piece just to taste the hummus. What are you?
Yeah, me-
You're such a amateur.
I normally don't eat בכלל bread, and this time I did.
Yeah. We're still running. So
The
what?
Internet's alright?
That's all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
One of the things that I find about this whole situation with the Druze is, especially in Australia, our media didn't really cover what was happening.
No.
So it wasn't really covered in the mainstream. Little bits of it was, especially when Israel attacked
Yeah,
the,
well, that's
the
that's
defense,
precisely when they
the Syrian
stepped up.
Syrian Defense Ministry, but they were really like obscure about exactly what was happening on the ground to the Druze, in terms of they like to slap labels on things, whether it's genocide or things like this. And from that also, we had kind of the activist class, even the pro-Palestinian movement, that didn't really want to acknowledge what was happening to your people. Why do you think that is in the West? Not specifically in this neighborhood, in this region. We can understand the complexities of, we spoke before with that other individual saying that sometimes Arab on Arab crime and wars are ignored by the West. But why specifically do activists who really make a lot of noise about things like genocide and human rights abuses completely dismiss the attacks against the Druze and what we saw, the horrific footage that was coming out?
I'm gonna say something general and blunt, and excuse me, because they are terrorists. This is why I think of them. They are terrorists.
Who's the terrorist?
All those civil rights movements, all those people who's advocating for pro-Palestine and things like that. If you condemning genocide, although what's happening in Gaza, it's not a genocide, and we can discuss over that. But if you, let's say, genocide is wrong, and once a true genocide is happening, and babies being killed
In front of your eyes, and there's no question about it, because this is the thing, when it's black and white and they're filming their crimes and you don't speak up,
and
go
they,
on.
and they say it and they declare it, and they have fatwas and everything is right over there, and you don't have even the decency to check in, but you made up your mind, and you already, as I said, start with the premise that Israel is bad, and then we'll try to
Make it fit.
make a picture out of it. So it's disgusting, to be honest, and it's very disgusting even to see it here in Israel. A lot of people advocating for what's happening in Gaza or whatever that is, and once things happen, that contradicts their Islamist feelings, or doesn't work quite good with their narrative, then they will agree by silence, and that's terrible in my opinion. It's either way. It's you think genocide is bad and then you are against any genocide, or you think it's okay while the right people are doing it, and then you're a hypocrite because you're just using a name or something, a notion just to get down in Israel, and this really shows your true face. And then stop like calling names and stop acting like it, and just be a terrorist and say, hey, I'm pro-terrorist because this is what I do. This is the thing about happening in a clear-cut way. It's either you are in one side of the fence or you are in a second side of the fence. For me, it's not a question, because I know that if I won't do any means that I have, my people, my Druze friends, are going to be exterminated. So I know the price from my end. In your end, it's something that you use just to throw stones out of Israel. But you are a terrorist as well. The blood of the innocent victims is in your hands as well, because you are helping.
I mean, we got people in the comments saying this is all Hasbara or whatever. This is just like we're doing some propaganda piece. How real is this for the people here? Like, I think that's what we don't understand, because it's one thing to be all the way in Australia or Canada, sitting in front of a computer, looking up, footage online and making your mind up. But on the ground here, that's probably not even taking into the equation, isn't it? You're saying like your friends are at stake, their lives are at stake, and the equation is different for you.
Well, I'm gonna say something about the Hasbara thing, because this is the funniest thing. I got to know Avi in COVID times, and in my opinion, my relationship between me and the state that just went sideways on COVID times. In my opinion, I felt so insulted that, this is the state that I've been fighting all my life. I've seen Israel as a dictatorship, and I was very, very loud on my criticism in Israel. But, as I told you before, because I'm an Arab, you can't bullshit me, sorry for my language. You can't do it, you simply can't. I read the text, I understand what you are saying, I know everything. I know the Jewish community, I know the Palestinian community, I can tell everyone in which part, on which area, and what his belief based on the hearing of his language. So you can't bullshit me in any way. So I always would, when I get political with friends of mine who see themselves as Palestinians, I would say, don't try to convince me that Israel is a bad state. Each and every state that I will try and examine, I will tell you how bad is it. Because Israel, like a state, by the definition, is forceful thing. It forces you to comply to its willing. All the countries. This is the definition of a country. It's an organization that have the monopoly on power, on executing it on people. So trying to tell me, Israel did that and Israel did that, that's not a thing. That's not an argument. Try and tell me what is the alternative that you are trying to push forward. And we saw in October 7 what is the alternative if the Palestinians they had the upper hand. Exactly what is happening now in Syria. Once they had the upper hand, they saved no time. They did a massacre on the Alawites on Marsh. Tens of thousands of people died. Nobody raised a voice against them or told anything about it, because you said nobody cares about the Alawites. And now it's also happening to the Christian. But the Christians are not united in Syria, and they're somehow suffering quietly. But the Druze in Syria, this is why, although they are a small minority, like the toughest resistance against this jihadist extremist ideology, because they know they are next, and they know what's happening, and they know that their only hope is their Druze friends in Israel, which proven right, because at the time of need, we were the only people who helped them. If it was up to the world, then they will be happily, they will live happily and quietly with the idea that the Druze will be killed until the last of them, and nobody gives a
True.
fuck.
Yeah. So how close do you think it came to that actually happening?
It went really close. It was, if Israel didn't activate the Air Force and didn't bomb the headquarters of the Chief of Staff of the Syrian army, we will be still seeing images and pictures until now. And the only thing that stopped the whole thing is Israel and what Israel did, and it was forced by the circumstances to do it. It's not something that Israel somehow planned or cooked or whatever that is.
What would you say to people that argue that Israel's just bombing it because they want to expand their territory into Syria? And technically, they've expanded some territory into Syria, I think, since, at least the Helmon, was it, or where?
It's right next to the Hermon and the...
But after Syria fell, they created some sort of buffer zone.
Yeah.
But what would you say to people that think that Israel's entire motivation here is just to expand territory?
Well, there's always this idea, and Arabic is very widespread, about the greater Israel.
The great Israel.
Israel is gonna sit from Sinai to Iraq, like thinking, come on, are you crazy? How many soldiers do we need in order to secure all these borders? And people just say these stupid arguments and believing them because it sounds...
You say it enough times, it sounds true.
Exactly.
Start to believe it.
And it's so stupid and it's so far-fetched. And the thing is, there's a small Druze village right next to the border. And on December 8th, the Bashar al-Assad regime fell. At the very next day, they had this council meeting with all the villagers asking what we're gonna do next. We had a regime. The regime is off, and now we are sitting there. There's so many uncertainties going on. What we wanna do, and everybody voted. We wanna go west to Israel. We wanna unite with our friends in Majd al-Shams.
But that only exacerbates the claims that, you see, that's people that hate Israel turn around and go, you see, they just want to expand it. They just want to go into...
Well, this is the people, the Syrian people, because why? Because they know in Israel they will have the protection, and it was,
I know.
It was proven right. Well, there is one thing with the facts that you can't argue with the facts.
Yeah.
Jolani, before he occupied or he took control on Syria, he used to live in the northern part of Syria called Idlib. And Idlib, in the borders of Turkey, is basically you had a very small minority of Druze people, around 50,000 people that were living there just next to Turkey. And once Jolani came here, fast forward under 10 years of his rulership over there, this community almost extinct.
Yeah.
They were forced to adhere to Islam or to convert to Islam, or either they fled or even they died. We only have 2,000 small people that their Druze identity is very questionable now under his regime. So the people in Sweden, they see it. They know what they're coming down the road. And this is why they try to ask for help for the world. Come on, we need a civilized country to be, and they're not happy with it. Like, it went bad because the Druze people always tried to give a chance to negotiation. They said, we are Syrians. We love Syria. We are part of Syria. But we are not willing to replace one dictatorship with one flag, red flag, to another one with a green flag. That do anything for us. We want a proper life. We're seeking for a proper life. And unfortunately for them, it's too much to ask for.
Yeah. Look, I think the people, most of them do it in bad faith anyways, when they make the arguments that Israel's just expanding the land and, you know, there's no way that the Druze really want to join Israel. But the ones that aren't doing it in bad faith, they don't get it. They don't understand how revered and how respected and how loved the Druze are to Israel.
Yeah.
To Israelis, and you know, it's like a unique bond that you know, where else in the Middle East?
And do you know why?
I think, so look, from my experience when I was in the army or whatever, it was just that they were the most loyal, real friends that you never worried. You know, like even with Bedouin groups, it depended where they were from to whether you could rely on them. That's what I remember in the army, like if there were certain tribes. With the Druze, it was just, no, they're Druze. They're literally our best fighters. They have their units that are committed to the cause. Now, if you ask me why, I'd say because, I'm guessing, is because if you look around this part of the world, and especially if you look at the parts in which Druze live, so Israel, Lebanon, and Syria, where do they have it best? Where do they thrive? Where are they actually free? Where are they respected? Where are they treated as equal? Only really in Israel, in both Lebanon and Syria. It depends who's the government of the day, and even then, like, they're always beneath them.
Exactly. So the first thing is the Druze, the Jewish people tested that and felt that by experience that you can't trust the Druze
Yes.
people. Like on October 7, this real-time event just showed that the Druze people who shouldn't be there in the front just went. To the south.
I've seen it with my eyes.
Because, you know, this is our country. We're gonna fight to try and bring prosperity and security to our children. There's no question about it. But the sad thing is that Jewish people are so accustomed for the hatred that once you have this group that truly loves the Jewish people,
That's good. It is so true.
everybody hates the Jews, and once you have a small minority, even if it's 150,000, that truly, sincerely love the Jewish people, even if it's an interest-based, okay? I'm not gonna talk about religion, because the Jewish state provides us the best state that we are living. Why can I say it's the best state? Okay, well, we have Druze. We have Druze in Syria, we've seen what's happening. We have Druze in Lebanon. 300,000 people in Lebanon, they are under occupation, if it's either Hezbollah or it's either other terror groups, okay? And we have here in Israel 100 people. We are the third largest, okay? You have almost 1 million in Syria, 300,000 in Lebanon. You have 150 small in Israel.
So Israel's got the small ones.
No, we have also 40,000 in Jordan, but nobody hears about them because they can't raise a single voice against anybody. Their only purpose in life, not to steer the ship. That's it. So I told you earlier.
Do you have connections with them? I didn't even know there were Jews.
You're allowed to go to Jordan.
Sorry?
You can go to Jordan.
I can go, and I'm connected with them, and everybody says we are terrified. We can't say because the last thing it was from Bedouins. Bedouins from Jordan went to massacre the Druze in Syria, so they can't do anything against the regime. So, as I told you before, why the Druze people in Syria particularly start having these Zionist feelings. I'm saying Zionist like a real warm heart feelings towards Israel. So in 2018, there was a large terror attack against Sweden, the same province that we are speaking about now. More than 200 people died. Like a small-scale October 7. It was real bad situation in 2018, just to put it again. And it ended up with ISIS kidnapping women, 16 women, and one child, like 17 years old teenager. And in the next few days, they released 2 videos of beheadings, and they asked for ransom. And the only people who are rich enough to help the Druze people in Syria to release their hostages are Druze here. People sold their jewelry. People just went crazy in a week. We raised $24 million.
Wow.
And we sent it to Syria, and this is how we got our girls back, 16 girls.
Wow.
And once this happened, the Druze in Syria, like they saw, okay,
How did you get that money? How do you do that?
we're almost 1 million people.
And we couldn't.
And you're like 1/10 of us. And the help didn't came from Druze in the US or in Australia or in Lebanon or whatever. It came from the Druze people in Israel. And why so? Because they have abundance. They have freedom. They can have their own property. This idea is mind-blowing. Just to give them perspective of how powerful that is, people in Syria that days can't say the name Israel.
Yeah.
They can't say it. They, like, if you by accident say the name Israel, you could end up in a luck sale. Okay, so in their idea, in their mind, that was a mind-blowing event. How could you raise such money in such a short time to help us, and you are living under the state that everybody taught us? It's ruled by demons and monsters.
Tell me, in Syria, how many Jews are there? You said 1
Druze,
million.
Druze said 1 million.
Druze, 1 million. Druze.
In Syria?
Syria.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's between, estimation goes between 500,000, 1 million to 1 million.
And Jews, do you know how many?
Jews?
Jews?
There's no Jews anymore.
8 or
There
9.
are.
8 or 9 individuals. By the way, when we saw the video earlier in the tour, there was a building, I'm feeling terrible that I didn't mention that when we did it. It basically a square in Sweden, the city, Sweden the city. I could show you the Google Maps in it. So basically, Jews and Jews lived alongside for the longest time, for hundreds of years. Even in Syria, and even if we go to Daliat el-Carmel, where I live, I could prove it to you. And the thing is, you had this old Bet Knesset, a synagogue that the older regime, like it's a very old, it's hundreds of years old. The old regime, Hafez al-Assad, the father of Bashar al-Assad, in order to, you know, how do you say it? Litashtesh. In order, it's to hide the connection between the Druze and the Jews. They basically came and wiped out the whole building and build a square on it. But until today, if you go with a Google map and check this place, you will have a Magen David and saying it's an olden Jewish temple.
Wow.
We should probably, what's the...
Yeah. Akram.
Was there any super chats?
Yeah, check for any super chats, guys. Some people asking who we're speaking to. We're speaking to a member of the
Akram.
The Druze community, not the Jews, the Druze. We're in their area, and we've been. There's another video that's going up where we spoke to some other.
We did a long
community leaders as
We
well.
have this. This is nice.
We met the spiritual sheikh, the leader of the Druze people, and fascinating thing was, so the spiritual leader is based in Israel for all the Druze. That's what we found out.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
منيب
Bro,
يعطيك
maybe
العافية.
just turn your mic. I'll just grab it, yeah?
معك خليفة شو أخبارك؟
Okay, I've got a couple of super chats. Abby King, good evening, Abby. She says, this goes towards Avi's Hebrew lessons. No, we won't waste no money on that. No shekels being wasted on Hebrew lessons. I can get by just fine.
Wait, 1 second. We have to ask your mom, why did you not teach him Hebrew?
Well, I had to look after myself as well. My English had to be
I see you're learning
correct.
English.
Yeah.
So they cancelled each other out.
She didn't learn English, I didn't learn Hebrew.
She's making excuses.
Dean Adams says, Rukshan, eat, your skin and bone. Well,
Dean Adams is definitely having a go at me.
Are you doing the skinny lens or something?
No, I'm struggling. There's so much good food.
Eric says, thank you, Eric, for the super chat. Thanks for sharing this information. I learned a little I learned a little from the Australian Jewish Association. That's a good resource. Thanks for the super chat. Nina says, well done for sharing this with us. I stand with Israel. Thank you, Nina, for the super chat.
Who's Nina? Hendra? Who's Nina?
These are just super chats. These are people that put comments and they give money. So you read it.
Fair.
And Rukshan often reads general comments, but I don't even look at them. I think if you're not willing to put your money where your mouth is,
I'm a man of the people, so I like to give everyone an opportunity to
I'm a man
contribute.
of the shekels.
He's a man of the shekel, and he will only. Sometimes like when I'm trying to read those, and he'll bump me on the leg, like, remember.
Have you been paid for this one?
Remember the shekels. But we've got 2 super chats from Abby as well on my YouTube. Abby, thank you. Fantastic work on the last live, guys. That last live was in Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv.
So if you guys haven't watched that, we did
It's going off in Israel
yesterday,
now.
right?
Yeah.
Last night. Last night we were in Tel Aviv at an anti-government protest, and lots of very interesting interviews. It goes for about 3 hours. I would recommend you watch that if you haven't, because it actually shows you the diverse nature of the political landscape here in Israel.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have very, I wouldn't say they're extreme views, but anti-government sentiment. And they even challenged Avi. So that was quite interesting, I thought.
There's one of the videos, actually, one of the interactions, I put in a couple of minutes, I just put it up online. And
jump on Avi's Instagram
it's
or
going
on his X.
viral in Israel. I can see one of the ex-hostages just shared it.
Oh, wow. That lady that was part of the interview, by the end of the interview started with her thinking, Avi's this sweet Australian journalist, let's talk to him. And
She's
by
crazy, look at this.
30 minutes into it, she figured out that he's not her cup of tea.
Did you see it? Last night in Tel Aviv, and they were nuts.
So someone just told me that tell them.
That one's going viral. That's only a few minutes from the beginning. Oh, sorry. That's only a few minutes from the begin from it, but it was like half an hour. But when I first walked up to her, she was like, thought I was like a nice Australian that she could just lie to and talk shit. It was like such crazy nonsense.
One more super chat. We got one from Abby again. Abby, thank you. Avi's mum looks beautiful and so sweet. That's for you, Mum. That's for you.
She gets it from me.
And the next one is from Catherine. She says, "Thank you for showing how Israel looks after minorities."
It's so true.
And that's the thing. Like, since I've come here, I've realized like a lot of the demonization on online spaces specifically doesn't really match the reality on the ground. There are multiple diverse groups of people, including a lot of Arab Israelis, living side by side, working side by side.
The first day, because they lost our baggage, and we had to run straight from the airport to the mall, and shopping. And Rukshan was like looking around because
I came looking for apartheid.
Yeah, there was like, I think that mall was probably majority Arab, like at least half.
I'm not minimizing the issues that exist within Palestine and Gaza and all these things. I'm not minimizing those things, but what I'm saying is
Israel proper.
It's Israel proper. people do live together in a peace that somewhat even more peaceful in many ways than the peace that we have in Australia between different groups of people. Like there are people literally getting along in a way that you don't even see in Australia anymore. There is that sense of community.
And that's the thing, like, even if you put aside the Druze community, you have 2 million Muslims living here in Israel. So between once in a while, you will see demonstrations saying, hey, we feel sorry to what's happening in Gaza, and everybody, like I'm also, you know, trying even to imagine what kind of reality they are facing. You know, we can't even imagine how is it if once a terror group takes control on your education system, on your religious infrastructure, and all the aspects of your life is ruled by a terror organization, and you have nothing to do against that. So we feel with them. But even so, like those 2 million Arabs, Muslims living here in Israel would tell you how Israel is the best country that they could wish for, because they are free to conduct their life, their prayers, their religion. They are free to go to Al-Aqsa Mosque and do their pilgrimage or whatever that is. So here in Israel, we know, everybody knows what a free state Israel is, and we appreciate that, especially knowing the neighborhood that we are living in, you know. So, people keep pushing in narratives that has no connection to what's happening on the ground, and a lot of Muslims here don't really, you know, go against and condemn terror, which is the right thing that you should say and you should do. But we are heading there. More and more Bedouins, more and more Muslims, more and more Christians are choosing on their free will to serve in the IDF, and that's not a chance. And I think it has a lot to do with the Druze community being from the early days so embedded with the Israeli state that they led by example, and people see it, and it's normalizing the idea of this is how anti-Semitic environment we live in. Like even the idea of living next in a neighboring relationship between the Jews and other section is beyond imagination until you have the Druze.
I'm just basing it off the comments. Why do you think there's Westerners specifically that have really no understanding of the history of this area, especially of, you know, even Arab culture and Arab history as well? Why do you think that they believe that, you know, you're Arab as well, that you should have a specific view of Israel? Like, why do they think they have the privilege or the right to think that you should hate this country? Or specifically hate Jews? Like, where does that come from? If not from the Arabs here, if not from the Druze here that don't have those feelings, where does it come from for them to believe that you should have that?
Well, I think of them, a lot of them just lost. You know, they come with goodwill and good intention, seeing evil or seeing wrongs doing. They see only what they made them to see, you know.
And I think a lot of that's presented by, you know, outside forces that have that agenda. So pushed by, let's say, Al Jazeera, which is a Qatari network that its entire agenda is anti-Israel, and a lot of the conspiracies, a lot of the narratives are painted by networks like Al Jazeera. Because even if you look at our state media in Australia, they republish Al Jazeera stuff as if it's gospel. And Al Jazeera generally on news is fine. But you realize what they're doing when you actually understand their reporting on Israel. What they do is they report on everything else pretty much properly. And that buys them like legitimacy, credit, goodwill. And then when people see their Israel reporting, they assume it's just as legitimate and as journalistic as their other.
And you know, they are so powerful that they control the narrative, not only the narrative, the language. You know, for years and decades, Al Jazeera was saying Jaysh al-Ihtilal. Jaysh al-Ihtilal means the occupation army. Once you say it, everybody knows it's an IDF. Even in AI, like talking to ChatGPT, he will tell you in Arabic, Jaysh al-Ihtilal. You know, even after October 7, you had Wikipedia in Arabic. No matter what thing you
Just your mom's mic.
Emma, your mic.
Hello?
הלו, כן.
שלום, חיה.
שלום וברכה, רק רגע.
You're too busy to be a streamer.
She's even busier than you.
She doesn't muck around, this woman. What is actually what do we want to do?
we're gonna
We'll
pay
fix it up and we'll go
to Syria to talk
Okay.
to Christians.
Should we bother to cut the stream, or are you
Yeah.
going to just try streaming?
We'll try streaming.
Okay.
We'll try to take it to the car. If
Let
if
me
it-
let me
yeah.
get this sorted
If it cuts out, guys, we will come back to. We'll come back. So we're going to meet up with.
With a Christian.
we're going to go see some more minorities.
More minorities.
We've done a lot of Druze. We've done like the whole Druze thing that's to come.
Yeah.
But we were going to do more Druze stuff, but I don't know. Is there going to be time?
We're heading there. We will
okay.
see.
Bani Shalom.
This
לא,
is my
בסדר, אני חושב ש...
favorite part of the trip for me. When Avi pays, this is the favorite part.
Okay. All right. Guys, remember israeluncut.com. All our actual reports are going on there. The lives is just by the subscription. We're not every single... לא, לא, לא. תודה.
To take away?
You want takeaway?
No, I can't take
I
away.
can't take away.
I'm full.
Usually, like if I was in Melbourne, I would take away for sure. and
Yeah.
I'd put it,
Well, here we're going to be in the car for
I'd
hours.
eat this. Yeah,
This will go bad in the car. Yeah.
Emma, you didn't eat enough. It's chaban.
I told him already.
Oh, he doesn't have. She doesn't have her mic. Emma, put your mic back on. Stop taking your calls. Tell people you're off for the day.
Put
I'm
on
busy, lady.
do not disturb.
Oh, they got coffees. All right, we might have to have a coffee quickly.
Oh wow.
Is it what kind of coffee? Is this like an Arab coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
It's
that.
a Druze coffee.
Druze coffee.
It comes with a mustache.
It comes with a master. Do you want coffee?
I'll have a coffee.
Rukshan doesn't drink coffee.
I've been having coffee last couple of days because
I love that. I
You
can
have
smell
the
it. Do you want
double.
one?
You have the double.
I have double. No, I'll be sent straight to the toilet. You've got this in the
מה
way.
הדבר הזה שמכין?
I can't
מה
see
זה?
it.
מה
You're on this one.
העוגיה הזאת?
Do you want it?
לא יודעת מה זה.
It's
Baklava.
what's
בקלאווה?
You want
אני
baklava?
רוצה לך.
My mother likes baklava. You want baklava?
No.
Baklava?
no, I'm okay.
Baklava, guys. That's what. Can you see it? Can I see it?
It's really nice.
It's the bird's nest.
Bird's
This is
nest
the name
baklava.
of it. It is.
I
Alright.
make baklava.
I will have one.
But this is different.
Oh, he's having one.
Have
You
one.
should have. It's
No, I
nice.
don't want to eat sweet. Just makes me a bit nauseous. I don't have a sweet tooth.
It's not so sweet.
Coffee.
Have a half, a taste. Yeah.
Is that good? Oh, I like how you turn the camera away from you so no one has to see you eating. Guys, you're missing out. It's a spectacle. Shan's got like bits of the food coming out of it, matching his beard.
תביא את הקפה, זה באמת
את
מתוק.
רוצה את הקפה?
מתוק.
Ah, it is matok, yeah. My mother was telling me to try it. It's not really sweet, she
It's
said.
actually good. It's not sweet.
Now she's asking for the coffee because it's too sweet.
Oh.
She loved it, but it was too sweet. The coffee is really good.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, it is good. מעניין איך הם עושים את זה, שחור כזה טעים.
Will it jump over to the other Wi-Fi when we leave, you reckon? Have you got that on?
It's on.
It should just jump over, doesn't it?
Technically, it's meant to.
Guys, so in a minute we're gonna head out in the car. If it drops, then we'll come back on live.
Later on. Probably when we get there.
Yeah, we'll either keep it on the ride, or if it drops off, we'll just restart when we get there. It's about half an hour, something like that, I think.
Let us know in the comments how you're finding the lives as well. I see mixed reviews in terms of, what's the point of this? What's the point of doing a live?
Just to annoy
It's
you.
live, yeah. You can watch it or you can watch it later.
How many people do you have on the live now?
You can't see. It depends what platform. So this goes on 8 platforms at one time. So you're probably like a small one will get about 10,000 through the. That was like yesterday's one. The times.
The times, yeah. Because we've found that when we've been live streaming, when we match up with the Israeli time, because usually things happen in the evening. It's usually like midnight or 1 a.m.
Very bad time in Australia.
2 a.m. in Australia.
But we double up. So we do it live now, raw. Maybe not this one, but like a lot of the other content, like at the protest yesterday, we did the whole protest live, but then we also produce a short 15, 20-minute video that comes out in a few days or whatever. So
Nice.
it's just like a bonus. And people get to see you from behind the scenes, how
Amazing.
we created, how we do it.
Amazing.
And also, like, if people, you know, when you interview people, and when it gets cut up, they say, oh, you cut it. Well, now you can see the original. You can see it with all my bloopers, you know, and you also see me doing my intros, and sometimes I'm like, can't think, so I've got to do it like 5 times. They watch it.
Yeah, amazing.
We've got a super chat from Dean Adams. Thanks, mate, for the super chat. It says, Avi, please thank your host for bringing us into his home. Much appreciated.
Rhonda said she can hear Rook chewing.
I was trying to be very careful about my chewing.
He took the camera off himself.
I was trying to be very careful, Rhonda, about my
Where
chewing.
did they get the message? I don't understand.
You are
how it
lucky.
works.
You are lucky
Yeah,
that
we get
Benji is
messages.
not here. If Benji was here, it would be another totally
Oh my God, imagine Benji was
different story.
Got another
another
super chat from, I've got a few here.
Yeah, I got a few as
יכולה
well.
לקחת את שני
אה,
אלה?
ככה?
רק אז
אפשר
אפשר
לשלם?
משהו לשים?
אני אשים לך אותם במשהו.
תודה.
תقدر انت تحط ستوري وتعملنا سيوب
Dean says, this is from
بس
Oz. He'll
بعتيلي
save his
على
pocket money to pay me. Thank you,
Don't know what that means.
Dean. Jimmel says, this trip has been interesting. I never knew Israel was so beautiful. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're getting something out of it. And stay. Oh, what are we doing?
We're doing a story for the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Go inside.
We don't know if this is going to help or ruin your restaurant.
Maybe less people might come now.
No, Jimmel, I'm happy to hear you getting something out of it, and there is a lot more
I'm
content that
writing a
we've
book.
still got to produce. So we haven't
there's-
just been going live the whole time.
Yeah, there's so many interviews that haven't been put up.
So watch your space, and I hope that people are learning stuff.
אני באמצע לכתוב ספר.
Emma,
סליחה.
Catherine says, did Avi force you to say that? I'm joking. I can't remember what that would be in reference to. Probably something nice my mum said. Dean says, Avi, please thank
I
your
read that
host
one.
for bringing us into his home. Oh, you read that one.
Yeah, that's it.
How'd you get that?
I got one from Catherine, who says, what does your guest think of signs in Europe? Jews not welcome. Has he experienced anything like that in or outside of Israel? We'll put that to Afela soon.
كيف.
Mani Shalem.
Oh, here we go, guys. Let's film the most important part here.
זאת הסיבה
This is
שלקחתי
Avi's,
תמונה. That's why I took a photo, because I'm writing a book about my biography.
it's a rare
So I
sight.
wanna put this on.
Any money being spent is a rare sight. This is what he struggles with the
Guys,
most.
we need the super chats to help cover the meals.
Just tapping that card, I see him. It just his
hurts.
hand gets heavier.
No, we like to support good businesses. And Amex, את לוקחת או לא?
כן, נראה לי שכן, דקה.
מי זה כותב את זה? Someone said translated into Hebrew already.
Oh, really? That video? Oh.
Yeah.
Man, I got a question for you from the audience. They want to know what you think about signs in Europe
אני חותם, אני חושב.
that says Jews not welcome. Have you experienced anything like that, outside of Israel?
Signs in Europe that says Jews are not welcome.
Jews are not welcome.
תודה.
Is there anything like that happening here in shops in here, in
Well,
Arabic
some
shops or
are
in
there.
Druze shops,
תודה.
where they say Jews aren't welcome in this establishment? Is there things like that happening here?
Again, you're asking if there's restaurants or shops, Druze ones here.
Any Arabic
no.
ones, whatever, Arab
that
ones.
says Jews are not welcome.
Yeah, like we're seeing in Europe.
No. Well,
We have some
I have something to say about that, because I'm a journalist and I spoke with a lot of Arab people from all kinds of and all shapes. And there was one Arab guy told me once, you say, well, we the Arabs are not good in building countries or states. We know how to build a tribe, how to fight over resources. We don't know how to build states. So he told me, if now Israel will say, okay, all those Arab cities and villages on the West Bank or close to the West Bank, if Israel comes and say, okay, you know what? Now you're gonna be part of Palestine. He told me, and this is a Muslim guy says, once Israel will declare that, you will have all the Arabs moving to Hadera and the Jewish places because nobody wants to live under Palestine. And this is the truth, because Israel is a law-abiding state. Like it is a normal functioning state, and there's zero people trying to flee from Israel to go to Palestine or go to Syria or go to Lebanon. And why is that? Because Israel and the Jewish state is the only state that you can live a decent and proper life, and you will not be judged on your ethnicity or your religion.
All right, I think we better head out.
I'll just read his last two super chats, man. Sorry.
Yeah, read. I'm just going to wash my hands.
From Abby, I'll just read Abby's super chat.
תודה רבה.
Thanks, Abby, for the super chat. Lives are great, but I'm missing the opposition podcast. Should try to do one whilst you're in Israel. Yeah, I don't think we will, Abby, unfortunately. This is kind of in lieu of the opposition podcast, so it is not necessarily the normal format that we do, Abby, but, we're doing it from place to place that we go, and you guys can join in live. And Dozo0 says, good journalism, fellas, over the last couple of days. This is Israel. The West do not get to see. Love the lives. Keep it real. God bless. Thank you for the super chat. And thank you for joining in, guys. So we're going to lift up the camera now and try to take it with us into the car.
But if it cuts, it cuts.
And follow
we'll
us
come back.
for the rest of the journey as we go speak to more people. But if it cuts out, we will try to come back on the live at a later point when we get to our destination, which is about half an hour away.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll grab the mic off you because turn it from
Avi.
Don't forget.
Yeah. I'll give this to Avi so he doesn't forget.
What'd you say, huh? Oh,
I'll
yeah.
take the internet. We just got to try to
Is
connect.
this on?
So you need this.
No, we're live.
That's on, yeah.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ta-da. You got everything, guys?
We got everything.
I'll follow you.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the location.
Okay, yep. Me. I want proof that I'm a gentleman.
Oh, so camera's on me.
Oh,
Avi did hold the door open for his mum,
Thank you.
just so you guys know. It did happen.
Not because the camera was here. Actually, you can ask Rhonda. I always open the door for women. Not everything is a chopping board.
It's really ridiculous, the prices for food. מה זה 450 שקל?
לא.
למה לא אמרת לי?
אני לא צריך להגיד לך כל
אבל
5
אמרתי
דקות.
אבל אמרתי באיזה.
Changing a battery.
Nah, just the power bank.
Oh, yeah. You already gone through one?
Ready?
Let's go. I've got his mic.
You got his mic?
Ooh,
So-
shit.
Has it got the Wi?
Shit.
Has it got the Wi-Fi signal on?
Yeah. Is it not on it?
You sent me the thing.
I did. Just gotta connect this. Connect the cable.
Yep.
I put it in here.
Yep.
Fuck. This mic is cooked in here. It's in here.
I don't know if it's working or not. If it's still live.
I don't want to go if it's. Wait, turn this.